that you should already have copied down. Remember, you're watching for what is theme, who does the theme apply to, how does it differ from subject or topic, and what does a theme look like? All right, so first, theme is the moral or lesson that the author wants the reader to learn from the story. It's what you are learning from it, so a lesson. It is universal, it applies to all of us. So it could apply to the readers, it can apply to the characters, it applies to. All right, theme is different from topic. A topic is one or two words on which a story focuses, and stories may have more than one topic. For example, some topics for the landlady include deception, innocence, trustworthiness, and appearances. Theme is an opinion that's stated as a complete sentence about one of the topics that we as readers can learn and apply to our own lives. For example, when we infer what happens to Billy, he, and we the readers, learn that appearances can be deceiving. So we would take the topic and turn it into a complete sentence or statement for the theme. Texts and stories can have more than one theme. There can be multiple themes for a story. You just need to be able to prove your theme with evidence from the text. So how is theme different from central idea? Central idea is the main idea. It is very specific to a story or text. The central idea will use names, details, events from the story. So we'll use specific characters' names, specific events, specific details. Where the theme is a general or broad statement that covers the entire story and can apply to outside of the story. So how do we find the theme? We start by looking for clues. We can look at the title of the text, watch for statements of theme. These would usually be near the end of the story or book because you have to get through the entire thing to learn what the theme would be. You can look at the main character or the protagonist. What conflicts does the main character face? Does the main character change in some way? What does the main character learn? What the main character learns can often be what we as a reader would learn. You can also look at the main conflict or the climax of the story. Look beyond those specific characters at the bigger ideas and struggles that are involved in the conflict. What are those big ideas? What could we use to apply those into a theme statement? So some examples, Spider-Man. Spider-Man, some of the big ideas are heroism, selflessness, and bravery. One of the themes would be heroes have to put others before themselves. So the theme is a complete statement that deals with one of the topics, but it's a complete sentence. Another theme could be with great power comes great responsibility. Another example could be Finding Nemo. The big ideas are family, bravery, and independence. Throughout the entire movie, Marlin's trying to get across the ocean to get Nemo and bring him back. So some of the themes could be to never give up because he has to keep going. Even Dory keeps him to just keep swimming. That's really a statement of the theme. And another theme could be you have to learn to trust because he has to learn to trust Nemo to take care of himself. So there are some common themes in literature that you see often, like be careful what you wish for, accepting others, no place like home, don't procrastinate, don't be greedy, be yourself, things are not as what they seem, or appearances can be deceiving. These come up over and over again, and there are a lot more than just this small list of themes that are commonly found throughout many stories in literature. So let's look at an example together. In fables, the moral of the story or the theme is usually written in the last line. In the following fable, the last line or theme has been removed, and we have to try to use inferencing and look at evidence to figure out what the theme would be. So, the first one, the ant and the grasshopper. In a field one summer's day, a grasshopper was hopping about, chirping and singing to its heart's content. An ant passed by, bearing along with great toil an ear of corn he was taking to the nest. "Why not come and chat with me," said the grasshopper, "instead of toiling and moiling in that way?" "I am helping to lay up food for the winter," said the ant, "and recommend you to do the same." "Why bother about winter," said the grasshopper. "We have got plenty of food at present." But the ant went on its way and continued its toil. When the winter came, the grasshopper had no food and found itself dying of hunger, while it saw the ants distributing every day corn and grain from the stores they had collected in the summer, and then the grasshopper knew. So if we look at everything that happens in the story to the grasshopper, we can look at what he needs to learn and then apply that theme to our lives as well. So the theme would be prepared and don't procrastinate. Be prepared and don't procrastinate. Evidence. In the passage, the ant claimed, "I am helping to lay up food for the winter," and went on its way and continued its toil even when he was distracted. The passage also stated that when the winter came, the grasshopper had no food and found itself dying of hunger while it saw the ants distributing every day corn and grain from the stores they had collected in the summer. So if I use this evidence, I need to explain it, just like your tied paragraph has a detailed analysis. This proves that since the ant did not wait until the last minute, he was prosperous. Because he stored up food for the winter early, the ants were able to distribute their food from the summer while the grasshopper was dying of hunger. So the grasshopper learns that he needs to be prepared. We could take that same theme and apply it to our lives as well, that we need to always be prepared and not procrastinate. So to review, the theme is the lesson or moral of the story. It is different from a central idea. Central idea is very specific. Theme is very general or broad. A topic is 1 to 2 words. A theme is a complete sentence that is about a topic. You can use clues to find theme, like the title of the text, the main character, the main conflict, and the statement of theme. So make sure you have all of those questions answered in your composition book, all 4 of them with an answer underneath.